In order to accommodate the surge of immigrants entering the United States in 2014, the Obama administration created a network of foster care programs across the country to take care of unaccompanied minors crossing the border. In the wake of the Trump administration's zero-tolerance immigration policy announced last month, some of those same foster care facilities have been used to house some of the thousands of children taken from their parents at the U.S.-Mexico border. On Wednesday, Trump signed an executive order ending the practice of separating families, instead stating that adults and children would be detained together. In Michigan, 2 infants were brought into the state's extensive foster care system after being forcibly removed from their parents by Immigration Customs Enforcement. They are 8 months old and 11 months old, according to the Detroit Free Press. One foster care program director from Bethany Christian Services told the outlet that in some cases no one has even explained to the children what is happening or where they are going. She also commented that they are arriving in the middle of the night, most often between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m. Several non-profit organizations who are involved in the process of placing children into foster care programs have not yet responded to Newsweek for comment. There are many ways to describe the real Donald Trump policy of ripping children away from their parents at the border. It violates human rights laws, it is un-American, it would shock Jesus. But I think the most appropriate way to describe it is this: the policy is evil. https://t.co/rq3x7zadu, Tedlu, May 26, 2018. During Barack Obama's tenure, nearly 69,000 unaccompanied children were apprehended by Border Patrol from 2013 to 2014 alone, according to data from the U.S. Customs and Border Protection Agency. At the time, Obama addressed the issue as an urgent humanitarian situation, and immediately called on Washington to make a number of law changes aimed at improving the well-being of the children. As a result, the administration took various steps to make sure children were placed into a shelter or foster program as soon as possible, allowing them to be held by the Department of Homeland Security for no more than 72 hours before they would be transferred into the care of the Health and Human Services Department. The White House also established a linked network of foster care programs, often run by religious nonprofit organizations, to cater towards these immigrant children. In May 2014, the federal government gave a $2.28 billion budget to help set up state-licensed shelters and foster care agencies around the country. These programs are funded in the same way that state or county laws and regulations govern domestic foster care. As of May, over 2,300 children had been forcibly separated from their parents as a result of Attorney General Jeff Sessions' announcement of the Trump administration's zero-tolerance policy. Instead of treating those who cross the border illegally with civil punishment, they are being charged with criminal penalties and have to await trial. Children who are removed from their parents by ICE are still legally considered unaccompanied alien children, and therefore spend an average of 51 days in a temporary shelter before they are put into sponsor homes with relatives already living in the U.S. or are put into the foster care system. For the most part, they are being held in 3 large detention centers in Texas, with a 4th one currently being planned in Houston that would house up to 240 children. Obama broke his silence on Trump's policy on Wednesday, saying that the U.S. needs to show more compassion while at the same time upholding our laws and honor our values at the same time. In a statement on Facebook, he added, "And to watch those families broken apart in real time puts to us a very simple question: are we a nation that accepts the cruelty of ripping children from their parents' arms, or are we a nation that values families, and works to keep them together? Do we look away, or do we choose to see something of ourselves and our children?"